Eugenie Bouchard is Canada's tennis sensation who once lit up the courts with her fearless game and magnetic personality. Bursting onto the scene with her breakout season in 2014, Genie made history by reaching the Wimbledon final, the first Canadian-born player to ever contest a Grand Slam singles final, along with semi-final runs at the Australian and French Open that same year. She quickly climbed to a career-high ranking of world number 5, becoming one of the brightest young stars on the WTA Tour. Known not just for her aggressive baseline game but also for her charisma off the court, Bouchard captured the hearts of millions and turned into a global fan favorite. Though her career has seen ups and downs since her meteoric rise, her story remains one of resilience, ambition, and star power. But off the court, her love life with high-profile boyfriends was just as much a headline story. Join me in this video as we explore the fascinating journey of Eugenie Bouchard, from her rise to stardom, love life, and the moments that defined her both on and off the court. Born on February 25, 1994, in Montreal, Canada, Eugenie Bouchard's journey into tennis started at an early age, driven by a passion that quickly set her apart from her peers. The daughter of Michel Bouchard, an investment banker, and Julie Leclerc, Eugenie was introduced to the sport at the age of 5 and soon showed remarkable promise. By the age of 12, she was training at the prestigious Nick Saviano Academy in Florida, sharpening the aggressive baseline game that would later define her career. Her junior days were marked with standout success, including winning the Wimbledon girls' singles title in 2012, a sign of the bright future that awaited her. 2 years later, she announced herself on the biggest stages of tennis. In 2014, she stormed into the semi-finals of the Australian Open and Roland Garros before making history at Wimbledon, where she became the first Canadian-born player to reach a Grand Slam singles final. Although she fell to Petra Kvitova in that final, Bouchard's fearless run captured the tennis world's attention and catapulted her into the global spotlight. By the end of that season, she had risen to a career-high world number 5, cementing herself as one of the brightest young stars in women's tennis. Recently, Eugenie Bouchard officially retired in 2025, culminating in a heartfelt farewell at the National Bank Open in her hometown of Montreal. Bouchard stepped onto center court in Montreal for one last time in what seemed like the tennis world's full-circle moment. Wild-carded into the tournament, she faced Emiliana Arango in round 1. Despite being unranked, Bouchard played like the former world number 5 she once was, stunning Arango in 3 hard-fought sets. It was her first WTA main draw win since 2023, and a fitting prelude to her final farewell. But the end was near. In round 2, standing across the net was 17th seed Belinda Bencic. Bouchard delivered a competitive 3-set performance, before a final forehand drifted just wide. After the match, a deeply emotional Bouchard addressed the cheering crowd. "It's so special to play my last match here in Montreal, on this court, in front of you guys," she said, tears glistening in her eyes. "I remember being a little kid, sitting in these stands hoping, it feels like a full circle moment." The ceremony that followed was anything but somber. Tennis Canada officials, including WTA CEO Portia Archer, lauded her impact on national tennis, while actor Jim Parsons presented a heartfelt tribute. 19 years earlier, little Genie began dreaming just where she ended, on these exact stands in Montreal. In total, she leaves behind a professional record of 299 wins and 230 losses, with 2 WTA titles, 1 singles and 1 doubles, with 11 finals appearances, 7 in singles. Bouchard chose to retire where it all began, Montreal, making her exit a touching homecoming rather than a distant farewell. Now let's talk about something that kept her in the headlines almost as much as her forehand, her love life with 4 famous boyfriends. From dating top athletes in the NHL and NFL, to an investment banker, and yes, even a fan she met on Twitter, Eugenie Bouchard's love life has been just as fascinating as her career. So, who exactly has captured the heart of this Canadian tennis star over the years? First up, Canadian hockey player Jordan Caron. These two dated for about 3 years, and fans loved it because it was a true Canadian power couple, hockey and tennis united. While they kept things relatively private, Genie would occasionally drop little hints on social media, fueling speculation. Unfortunately, the relationship ended in 2017, but it remains one of her longest. And then came 2019 after a long spell, and Genie was linked with Connor Davis Jr., brother-in-law to model Hannah Jeter and part of a wealthy investment banking family. This relationship made waves because it connected Genie to the high society crowd of New York. Though it didn't last long, it showed fans a different side of her, mixing with elites beyond the sports world. Then came one of her most high-profile romances, NFL quarterback Mason Rudolph. From 2020 to 2022, the two were inseparable. They were spotted on vacations, at events, and their Instagram moments had fans talking nonstop. Sports power couple? Absolutely. But in 2022, they quietly split, with both moving on without drama. And finally, Jack Brinkley-Cook, son of legendary model Christie Brinkley. Genie and Jack were first linked in 2022, and for nearly 2 years, they were one of the most glamorous couples on the scene. Tennis player meets celebrity model family? Yep, it was tabloid gold. By 2024, though, the romance had fizzled, and Genie once again found herself single heading into her final season. But one thing's clear, her dating history kept fans hooked almost as much as her matches. As of July 2025, Eugenie net worth was estimated at $8 to $9 million. A chunk of that comes from tennis prize money, where she earned over $7 million during her career. Endorsements also make real portion of Eugenie earnings. She was the face of Nike, had big deals with companies like Coca-Cola, and even appeared in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, boosting her brand beyond tennis. Genie was one of the first female players to really leverage social media fame into financial success, proving that athletes today are more than just their sport. Eugenie owns a stunning property in Miami, Florida, where she resides with her family. The house is modern, spacious, and yes, has a killer pool where she often posts her iconic Instagram shots. For her car collection, she's been spotted with some sleek rides, including a Porsche 911 Carrera, perfect for that sporty vibe. In her retirement, Eugenie has already hinted at expanding her work as a sports commentator, and soon will mighty see her behind the screen. Her legacy? She'll always be remembered as the player who put Canadian women's tennis on the global map before others came in. What will you remember most about Eugenie Bouchard? Her tennis, her personality, or her headline-making love life? Drop your thoughts below. Thank you for watching our Sports Stars Stories. Kindly subscribe to our channel and stay updated for more interesting videos and captivating stories of our stars in the world of sports.